If you go ahead and hit the live button, let them come in, and we can just have general conversation. Then we're gonna rock the class out.
Okay, we are now live, sir.
All right, Most High in Christ. Most High in Christ. They should be tuning. Everybody should be flowing. Make sure everything. How your screen looking? It's good. Is it coming up? Okay. All right. The whole it seemed like this empire is it's, I ain't gonna say it seemed, it's definitely on a rapid decline right now.
Sir, it's coming apart at the seams, man.
Yeah, on every corner of the earth, every angle that you happen to take a glimpse upon, right? You really seeing that the earth is it. I mean, there's nothing you can really put value into except for brotherhood and sisterhood right now.
Absolutely.
There's nothing you can hold on to that you have, that you're for sure about. Like you really locked into really holding on to something. You can try the education system, it's not working. You have not enough people with master degrees and PhDs having a hard time paying student loans back and having a hard time finding simple slaveries, you understand, even pay the federal government back for student loans. You haven't, they always talking about the cars, what they call it, the finance rates and the interest rates and all these things, and high interest loans is through the roof right now. You know what I'm saying? For financing homes, for a little bit, we was like, we can flip this home, make a quick dollar. Nah, you can't buy no property now without. Come on with it, Yanazar.
They said today that the interest rates for mortgages is over 8%. And that's the highest level since 1993.
But you remember back in the day, it's like everything is, they have to move this thing backward. The Lord is getting ready to, he's got his foot on this kingdom right now, and everybody itching to find some way out of this thing that the Most High is about to do to this earth. That's why, and what's going to happen is, what you're going to see is you're going to see a lot of violence. You're going to see a lot of resistance. You're going to see a lot of conflict, unresolved conflict, small conflicts, big conflicts. That's why the scripture said they're going to hear wars and rumors of wars. Because when people get what you call it, skittish, like your old man used to say, like your granddaddy used to say, that boy skittish over there. You know what I'm saying? Like he looking for everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, fidgety, just uncertain of everything. Yeah, and when you create an empire like that, you're gonna have that. You seeing guys that playing these simulated warfare games, basketball and football, and these fans are getting more and more rowdy. You know what I'm saying? They trying to take the violence out of the football game, but it's still it's even more aggressive now. Right. You understand? And these things are happening in the earth day by day out. And the only chance we have of surviving this empire and all these things that these heathens has set to devour us is our brotherhood and sisterhood and our willingness to be obedient to the law.
Right. So, Elijah, if I may,
come on.
Speaking of rowdy, there's this video.
We about to get started. You ready? We live?
Come on, that's up to you. So, like you said,
we live, sir.
Oh, it
seems like the perfect time to put,
Come on, let's clap it up, man. Get on
what's
up, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tripping, man. Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shabrak to the Akim, Yahweh Shemal Thumb Ba'Hashem Yahweh to the sisters out there. Once again, we're the I.S.U.P.K. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, operating up under Commanding General YAHANNA. In 2023, there's nothing more important than the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians waking up to their true identity, the truth of the Bible. What is the truth? The truth is the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians descend from the greatest nation of people that ever walked the face of the earth. We do not know this today because of oppression of the so-called oppressor and all the other heathens that are around about us. So we have to take life, serious. Now it's not the time to find jokes about what you do with your time and how you spend your time. You understand? Our time right now in the earth as Black, Hispanics, Native Indian has to be knowing where we come from and who we are. That's what we have to spend majority of our time doing. It can't be about football. It can't be about basketball. It can't be about something, some job that you're pursuing, some education. All those things are nice. I'm not saying don't, try to better yourself. That's not, because you know what I'm saying? We need doctors, we need lawyers, we need people that have skill sets. But we have to understand that, guess what? Our first priority is serving the Lord. You understand? Getting back to keeping his law, statutes, and commandments. We also have to understand who are the true leaders for the nation of Israel, the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. You should be able to examine all the people that call themselves leaders for us and look at the fruit that they bear. Right? That we should. This is a chance for us to really sit down and examine the people that you call leaders. Because what you do is there's this thing called Google. There's this thing called Google, and you can see the history of the people that have led us astray. You understand? You can see what they actually represent. You look at Commander General YAHANNA background and where he comes from, it is founded in this truth. You understand? He is locked into the truth. And he called each and every last brother that come under his leadership, under his tutelage, to do the same thing, to lock in. Don't play with it. Now is not the time to be playing. There are wars and rumors of wars. You're seeing Palestine, the state of Israel. You're seeing the United States. You're seeing Russia. You're seeing China. You're hearing Korea. You're hearing Venezuela. You're hearing all these things that are going on in the earth. And here we are talking about sexy red. These are some of the things that we care to concern ourselves with. Right. And if we fall into politics, you know who politics we begin to examine or want to follow? The oppressor politics. Right. If we're going to be in the politics, let's talk Black politics. You understand? Meaning the things that affect our neighborhoods. Right. Black politics is getting our children off these drugs. Right. Black politics is stopping these guns and this violence that happening in our neighborhoods. Right. Black politics is closing these abortion clinics that are unaliving our babies at an alarming rate. Right. Black politics is knowing who the real leaders are and putting them in place to do the work instead of these coon-faced Negroes that call themselves leaders. Right. Those are the Black politics that we should be concerned with, not Republican, Democrat, not the next presidential candidate. Right. None of that really makes sense. Let's talk about real Black politics. Those Black politics are going to help us eat in the upcoming days. You understand? Those politics are going to help us come together in the upcoming days. While the other politics of the earth, guess what they do? They pull us apart. All right. So we're going to get into it, but y'all know how I like to do it. Y'all, as young as all, you know where I want to go to. Come on with it. Let's get hot topics real quick, y'all. If y'all don't mind, we get into a couple hot topics. If you pull something that's a hot topic, I want y'all to be able to pull a scripture on it. Don't just bring it up. If you pull out a hot topic, something you want to go into, we'll look at it real quick. Break it down for the people that's out there listening. And then we, at the end of we get into class, I have a topic that I want to get into. All right. If you have any questions that's on the topic, we'll be able to get them. If not, please hold them till Captain Nathak come in. But if it's on topic, let's get to it, okay? So with that being said, Yanazar, let's go, brother.
Shalagi, sir, like the sexual deviancy that exists in America among our people in particular is just off the chain. Mm-hmm. It's like you can't look anywhere. Let's Shalagi, sir, if I may, my rib sent me a video where a married sister who had a joint bank account with her husband took $20,000 out of the bank account, which was the whole account, and got a BBM. What is it? BBL, whatever it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this. It's this spirit that's going on in this kingdom that's like it's beyond anything that I ever even could have imagined growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody has any kind of sense anymore. Like everybody just want to satisfy their lust, man. That's it.
The question I have, Jonas, so did the husband complain about the BBL?
And he was having a fit. Like he wanted to, like Salaki. So I'm gonna send you the video. But the brother was hurt, man. He was distraught because he said he was saving up for a house. And he had put in all the money except for $25. She only put in $25. And he had saved up 20 G's. He wanted to make a down payment on a house. And he's complaining. And they had to, like, he's going, like, they arguing, and the security comes and makes the sister leave, but the brother's really hurt, man, because he wanted to use that 20,000 to put a down payment on a house.
Brothers, I want to just something that I learned over the years. You got a rib that's trying to get the BBL and all that. She's not getting that BBL for you, right?
That's right, sir.
And that BBL is for the internet. Right. That BBL is to be shown off to the world wide web. You understand? That BBL is to be shown off to Twitter, because real women know that real men don't really give a damn about a BBL lot. Right. Real men want a woman that is loyal, that understands his mission, his purpose in the earth, and she stay the hell out the goddamn way. You understand? She follows and stays and be that woman that the Lord called her to be, not the attention-seeking whores that America has taught our sisters to be. It's amazing what an internet can do to a woman's brain, a man's brain, a brother's brain, for that matter. Salakia, if you're attention deprived. If you want all the attention that comes with a BBL, it's nothing for you to take the money out of your husband's banking account and go and do it. Because in your mind, you're thinking, what? This is what all men want. That's why she did it, you understand? And if all men want it, then at least my husband should do what? Want it too. Well, a real man and a husband understands, like, it's not about what's behind you. You understand? It's what's in front of you that I need you to follow. And who's in front of you? Me. That thing that's behind you can't do nothing for us. You understand? It don't do nothing for us. Not a damn thing. You get 2 pumps and a Tootsie Roll, and we out of here. And it's Salakia. You know what I'm saying? That thing that's behind you, sis, that don't do nothing for us. But you supporting that man that's in front of you means the world to him. You understand? Him knowing that you got his back, he can safely trust in you, that he ain't got to go out and spoil nobody. Huh? That's what a man yearns for. He can go out and do the work of the Lord and not worry about somebody else looking at your BBL, because your BBL is covered in modest apparel. You understand? That's, you can, if you got that wagon, you understand? If you got one of them sisters that got that wagon out, she can't cover that thing up. You trust me. But here's the better part about it is the mindset of thinking it needs to be shown off is what we have to pay attention to first. You understand? You meet a sister and you happen to, you talking to her for a couple of weeks and y'all having a great conversation and you seem like things are going away. But you get to strolling through her picture and you realize it's what's the angle they be doing? You realize, wait a minute, she got more pictures about her derriere than maybe her career, maybe her vacations and things like that. Those are the things you have to pay attention to. Jim Hyman said this one time, said 99% of all problems that brothers run into when picking a rib is picking a rib. You understand what I'm saying? 99 problems that brothers run into when picking a rib is picking a rib. You really have to take your times, because guess what, brothers? Like, it's our job to lead. It's our job to protect the nation of people. Do you really want something that's attached to you that causes you a distraction from serving the Lord, that will cause you to go in the opposite direction of serving the Lord? Lie. That brother that lost that 20,000 Yonazaw, I'm sure at one point he knew exactly that he knew she was gonna have access to that money. That wasn't the first time she done spent 20,000. She, you know when your rib is an impulse buyer. You know what I'm saying? She go looking at the account. I can go spend this. Mm-hmm. Come on, Yonazaw, what else you got?
Let me know. Can you hear me, sir?
Con, I gave you.
Well, he admitted that she had access to the account, but he was surprised that she did it because she knew that he was saving up for a house, you know. But that's what the video portrays. You know what I'm saying?
So that goes to show you right there. If a brother has a mindset of trying to build something, and your rib has another mindset, y'all going in two different directions. So the things you trying to create, she got her own agenda. That agenda should be following what you're trying to create. You understand? And you have to recognize, we have to recognize that in serving the Lord, because we are the head of the house. Our agenda has to be serving the Lord. But that, she gonna go get a BBL out. You know what I'm saying? She gonna get the double D's, whatever the sisters be getting now, mommy makeover. Huh? What else you got, Jonas?
Well, sir, another thing that's going on, of course, is they finding out that a lot of things that the Israelis are saying, their credibility, the credibility of the government of Israel is taking a big hit, because they're lying, and they like the captains brought out on Saturday, like this one scene where they showed this document on this wall saying this was proof that Hamas was using a hospital as a cover, but when they zoomed in on the document, it was just a document that had the dates. It didn't have no information on it.
Oh, and what do we call that? What is that called?
Deception.
True.
Deception.
That is deception, but I was looking for a P word, if I may. Anybody know what that word is? Looking for a P word. It's a word that begins with a P.
Propaganda, sir?
Propaganda. Somebody give me the definition of propaganda, Baba Kashaw. Somebody give me the definition of propaganda. What you're seeing is, well, they, just like any other things that are done in the earth by the oppressor, is always a play being made. They have us looking this way while they doing 5 or 6 other things on this side right here. Everybody's head is looking over here like this, but the oppressor's over here setting up his next move. Matter of fact, he already have them in place. You understand? Who got a definition for me, Bible Show? Young man Reggie. Nah, he got it right there. He got the microphone right there beside you, brother. The whole side Christ. You got it on? There we go. Come on.
Propaganda, a noun. Information, especially of a base of misleading nature, using to promote publicizing in particular political cause or point of view.
Most High in Christ. So, Jonas, they said that this particular letter, turn that down just a little bit. They said this letter was to do what? They said this letter identified this hospital as being a haven for the Hamas, right?
Yes, they trying to prove that Hamas had a headquarters underneath this particular hospital to block the blame on the fact that they attacked and assaulted the hospital, killing people in the hospital. So they saying that they attacked the hospital because Hamas had headquarters underneath the hospital. They showed this tunnel, but nobody's really convinced because the proof that they showed, it just looked like, some.
Well, that's that. When you talk about the nature of the oppressor, that's his MO. That's his MO. And you know how we as Black, Hispanics, Native Indians should really understand that when we look at the propaganda that they place against the Palestinians and Hamas and all the other things that the Israeli army or the state of Israel is doing to those people, look at our lives. Look at the propaganda that they push on us. When they pull you over, what do they say? He may have a weapon in the car. He looks like a bad black man. You understand? Look how they talk about our families and how the children are raised. That's propaganda. So when bad things happen to us, they turn a blind eye to it. And you know why? Because the propaganda is a machine that allows a particular idea to be pushed, right? A political agenda that is pushed in the earth. And what is that political agenda? To make sure that the nation of Israel is in no more remembrance. You understand? That's how they've always done. As Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, we should be looking at the news and be like, oh yeah, we fell for that one. Yeah.
Salaki, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazar.
Salaki, sir, if I may. One more thing, sir. All of the African, including South Africa, most of the African nations came out in support of Israel, but they never come out to support us. So I just wanted to point that out. You understand? They came out publicly to support Israel as a bloc, yet
ain't no Yonazar. Come on now. I thought we was all African. I thought we all the melanated nations. That's what they were saying in the earth. I thought we was Pan-African, quote unquote. You know what this really means if you begin to see other nations join together in the earth? There's a political agenda for them to gain from joining one another. It's all about resources in the earth. You won't see anybody join with us because we don't have a damn thing to offer. Who we gonna give them? LeBron James? Huh? Who we gonna give to them as a resource? Huh? Our professional athletes? Our what? Because we give them everything already. You understand? And they use the things that we give them against us. You understand? That's who we're dealing with. Unfortunately, us as Black, Hispanics, Native Indian, the propaganda machine is so strong. The only way we can really wake up from it is wiping our eyes and changing how we view each other. You understand? The propaganda is so strong in this empire. Unless you truly love your brother and sister, we will find a way to hate each other. It don't have to be much. I seen it, man. You know that brother right there? Where you from? Oh, I ain't never seen him before. Where you from? He from Fayetteville Street. I don't know, man. You know them brothers down in Fayetteville Street, man. I don't know, man. Hey, go ask him what he doing out here. It be simple things. We find reasons to hate each other. You understand? That right there is propaganda that is pushed on Black, Hispanics, Native Indians. And it causes us to be further separated. We should be able to look at the news and all the media outlets and see how the oppressor does his business. And we should be able to, identify. Yep, we've seen this one before. We're closer to all the games that he played on anybody, huh? Shalom. We're close to all of it. We're the closest. Right. We've seen how he's bombed children. You understand? We've seen the loss of life when it comes to when it comes to babies. We've seen the loss of life when we talk about giving your uncles and grandfathers over to a war and they're having to come back to a country that does not love them. Huh? We understand propaganda. Us as Black, Hispanics, Native Indian, we should not be falling for the banana in the tailpipe. Huh?
Right.
We should be looking like, Fort Time devil. You mean to tell me our Native Indian brothers and sisters ain't somewhere saying, hey, you Negroes, hey, you know what they did to us on Thanksgiving, right? And it wasn't no goddamn sweet potato pie. But here we are, these stores about to be flooded, and they push the propaganda about Thanksgiving that what? We should all join together. One nation, under God, indivisible. with liberty and justice for all to push that political agenda. And it's not for us. And you know what? Just like they put the letter and the notes over in the hotel. I mean, not the hotel, but the hospital, the Hamas so-called hospital, and they found out it was just a regular piece of paper. Well, we got brothers and sisters that go into hospitals and doctors won't even see them because they're black. We got brothers and sisters that go into hospitals and get ready to deliver children, and they never receive the prenatal care that the sisters need to deliver children. You understand? The advice that they give them, they tell them that it's better for them to have an abortion because of the statistics based on their standings in the earth right now, man. Come on, Quadon, Bible Show.
Khan is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 5.
Now, this brother gonna read this verse, and this, Lord willing, everything that the I.S.U.P.K teaches in these schools, man, we go into these scriptures and we prove what we're saying. The Bible is a book that stands for what we are and who we are, no matter what age or society that we're in. Right. We have to learn the value in that and stand on that principle when we're making decisions and when we open up our mouths to speak. If we're not standing on that, then what the hell are we standing for? Right. We're standing on another form of propaganda. And I thank the Lord that the brothers and the sisters that are in the I.S.U.P.K, the spin stops here. And then what Fox News say? The spin, you lying bastards. Man, boy, it ain't nothing more entertaining than see two oppressors go at it, man. I just get the smile. I said, look at him. Throw the first punch. You know what I'm saying? I be waiting on it, like, hit him first. I want to see some action. Because that's what they do to us. The most watched show on television with the oppressor is Cops and First 48. They get off on it. They be like, baby, bring me my beer. I got to watch these niggers on the First 48. Huh?
Shalaki, sir.
Come on with it.
If I could right now, what you're saying is heavy because it's even with the updated kind of like digital, like society we live in, that's still the case. Because right now, the algorithm, I don't know if y'all noticed, but on YouTube, they're showing you so many cops body cams footage of some Negro in some little town in Alabama, you know what I'm saying, that's drunk out of his mind, or you know what I'm saying, like that's like the algorithm and pushing that a lot on YouTube and so on. You know what I mean? So it's just, again, same thing that kind of push that propaganda, that image of us as criminals and so on. So like,
they have to show us that we are the dogs that being hunted. They have to show us and treat us like we are the ones that are hunted. All the other things that are going on in the earth, yet and still Black, Hispanics, Native Indians are the ones that are affected most by all the things in the earth. Just think about it. Take a look at your life and just really take a good glimpse at your life. And you may think it's perfect because you're full of sugar, honey, iced tea, and you're selfish as hell. When you see your brothers in those body cams, that's a reminder. They're showing you that, guess what? It's in your spirit. Because you look at it enough, you begin to say, damn, that's messed up, man. And the only thing you can really do is shake your head at it. What the scriptures say? You should have no might in our hands. Damn, Black people could throw them hands. We got some hands, boy. Nigga, my boy got them hands. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't talking about that type of hands, Bunker, y'all. What type of hands is it talking about? What might is it talking about? We don't have the power to do a damn thing against these devils, man. We can't even decide when to turn our lights on or off. Meaning this, they tell you when you can wash clothes to save power. So niggas, you can't wash clothes after 5 o'clock. Huh? Peak hours, that's what they call it, right? Right. It's a trip, man. It's a trip. Come on, Kadon Salaki.
Khan is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent.
With one consent. As a Black man, you can't eat. We don't even make our own toilet paper. Huh? You would think as a Black man, With all the messed up foods we be eating, you should be able to, have you a toilet paper brand, a line, you know what I mean? Because some of you Negroes died as hell, you understand? That one-ply toilet paper, and you just like, oh, Lord. You would then like this. Tell me something, Kudon. Shouldn't and all these sisters out here with all the hair care product lines and all this stuff, man, come on, man. You mean tell me we haven't figured out a way how to capitalize off all these super beauty supply stores? We ain't figured that part out. With all the Jordans that Black, Hispanics, Native Indians invest in, you mean to tell me we don't have a store we can go in just for us to purchase the Jordan brand? Or will we forever have to go to Nike? Huh? Man, somebody has to make it make sense as to why this life that we live is important. Because if I look at the struggles of Black, Hispanics, Native Indians, it'll make you say, what is this? What is this? Why us, Lord? Why are we the highest incarcerated? Why are we the highest in all the negative statistics in this land? Why is it that we don't know who we are? Why is it that our children are always suffering? Why are these things happening to us? Anybody ever just throw your hands up and be like, what the hell, man? God damn, you know what I'm saying? Why can't we just get along? Why can't I say, what's up, brother? And you say, what's up, brother? Why I got to stare at you about 2 or 3 minutes, make sure you don't move? Why is it that I'm looking at babies? The brother put some on the internet the other day, and I'm looking at these babies get out of this kid, and but it walking. He just walking, man. He's like he could have just went to the store to get some type of juice. And I get it. You shoot at a brother, you try to shoot in the air or something. They ain't doing that. Them brothers got out of that car. Brother put the car in park, shot the brother while he was walking. He got out of the car, opened the door, walks around the car, stands over him, and proceed to do his dirt. After he did that, guess what? The passenger jumps out of the car as if that wasn't enough. He walks around and does the exact same thing. And then the dude that's in the back seat jumps out, and I guess he must have had a little bit of consciousness. He got back in the car, and then they pull off. These are our sons. And none of these Christian pastors are saying anything. They trying to figure out what's the new jumbo screen that they want to put in the congregation so they can see the buttons on they goddamn what you call these things? The
Cufflinks?
The cufflinks. I want the congregation to see my B and I H on my cufflinks. You see my belt? You see this belt I got on, brother? You see this belt? This belt cost $300. You see this? Yeah, you see my Movado watch? We should all be able to, because you know what? All of us are in this truth to go out and push the exact same things that Commander General Hunter has been saying for years. It ain't changed. It's so spiritual. Like the minute you go to change it, you're gonna mess it up. The minute you get to thinking whatever idea that you have in your head is above the men that's in front of you, you're gonna mess it up. Follow the script. Be about brotherhood. Be about sisterhood. Keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and go get your brothers out of them streets from killing each other, man.
Right.
Read.
Come. For they have consulted together with one consent.
That's what we have to understand first. If we read the Bible, you Negro coon leaders out there, if you read the Bible, read that again.
For they have consulted with one, for they have consulted together with one consent.
If you read the Bible at Black, Hispanic, Native Indian leaders, this should be an alarm right here. For they have consulted against thee. Who are they against? They ain't against the Chinaman like they're against us. They ain't against the German like they're against us. They ain't against the Palestinians like they are against us. The Esau damn sure ain't against each other like they're against us. So who are confederate against thee? Pastor man, preacher man, Buddy Rowe. Who? I get so goddamn mad just thinking about it, huh? We don't have the time. If you're a brother that's in the I.S.U.P.K, get in these classes, do this work.
That's right.
Do the work. That's the most beneficial thing that you can ever do with your life is serve the Lord, man. Nothing else matters, man. I don't give a damn what they told you. It's cool to know a stock portfolio. It's cool to understand banking, and it's cool to understand housing market. It's cool to understand to even collect tennis shoes and play your video games and make your beats and all that. But even have a nice slavery. You're a slaver, you're an important, you part of an administrative board, you making some executive decisions, they're helping the company. I ain't no problem with that. But none of that take precedence over you serving the Lord. Had a brother call me today and was like, Zion, hey man, I need your help to figure out how can we create a religious exemption letter. Shit, by the end of the conversation, he was done typing. Yeah, man. Hey, Shalaka, sure. I put it in your inbox. I said, oh, you did that, brother? Let me read this thing. Let me read it over. You want to change? Hey, change this right here. Put this. Man, that's glorious to me. That's how I want to spend my time. I want to spend my time helping brothers and sisters figuring out ways to get out of this oppression by any means necessary. You understand? Right. Not arguing with my bitch, Salakia for my language, my woman, or a sister. You know what I'm saying? Not arguing with them, not arguing with a brother. I ain't got time to argue with no brother. What I'm arguing with him for? Why? We're not doing that. We're not doing it. We don't have the time to, we don't have the luxuries to do it. Because what? Read.
They are confederate against thee.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
The book of Psalms chapter 83, verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent.
They done what?
They have consulted together with one consent.
Yanazar, you see what they're doing to the Palestinians over there?
Sir.
We see the games that are being played, but guess what? We should recognize those games from what they've done to us throughout the years. We should be able to see it. We should be able to be like, yeah. Mm-hmm. And you know who's able to see it? The men of the Lord. Because Commander General Hunter, he don't miss. All the generals, they don't miss. The captains and the officers, the troopers don't miss. They able to say, yeah, I knew. They may not know all the history of it, and they still learning, but they able to see, like, wait a minute, they in a land that does not belong to them. The state of Israel and the Palestinians, both of them are what? Thieves.
Salakia, sir.
Come on with it, Yonazo.
They've been able to convince the world. The parallel is this. They've been able to convince the world that they didn't have anything to do with slavery, that they are free from that. So this is basically the same type of thing that they're doing with the Palestinians. I'm not saying that we should be worried or caring about the Palestinians, but it's to recognize what they've done. They've been able to control the narrative in every situation, and that's what's parallel, you understand, to our situation and the situation today, is that they're able to control the narrative of the story and then convince people that they're the victim. That's what they've done.
Mm-hmm. The bait and switch. They sell you the bullet and the band-aid. That's what we living with. That's the thing that we are able to, and that's why we have to be so thankful to the Most High that we able to see it in this school, man. That's the part you have to be thankful for. Because if not, we'll be just like everybody else. Happy Thanksgiving. I got a turkey sale I want to get, you're giving out frozen turkeys to the homeless. Like, what the hell they gonna cook it at? What the hell? Where? Huh? Where? And you think you did something, and then the dummy out there outside of the Walmart with the Salvation Army bill, you put money in his bucket, you won't give money to your brother that you see every day. And you go buy them nasty Girl Scout cookies, except for the peanut butter ones I like. You know what I'm saying? Come on, read.
God. They have consulted together with one consent.
So what is that one consent? Read on.
For they are confederate against thee. Verse 6.
Shalaka, what's that one consent?
So I can share to destroy Israel, blast Hispanics and Native Indians.
How are they destroying us? How?
So I can share through the poison that they give us, like through, Christianity, religion, like having us, unaware of who we truly are as a people.
And here go the question. Why had they decided to do that to us?
I guess, sir.
Come on, Yanazar.
Because as the brother was reading, they are enemies to the Lord. They hate the Lord. They hate righteousness. They hate anything that's, like of God. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
And you know what that represents when you say they hate everything that of the Most High? That represents order. And when you have order, guess what you can't do? You can't get over on everybody. You looking at nations in the earth, just like Esau. His spirit is, for what is a birthright to me? Because if I have a birthright, that means I got to follow some type of guideline. You understand? That's what that represents. I got to follow a particular order. No, his goal is to be like God. And also, he teaches our women to be like God too. Is that not in the scripture what he said to Eve? If you partake of it, you'll be as like a God. Huh? We can't follow that. We have to follow what the Lord done already gave us. It does us no good to be like, I ain't no God, man. I'm the God. You dummy. You dummy. Happened to all the Negro leaders that came before you. They all gone. They've all sold out. Where's Ferry Can at right now? He's Ferry Kent. Where he at? Egypt swallows. Egypt. Now he's a Scientologist. No, I'm talking about Ferry Kent. Ferry Kent was a big deal back in the day. Now you can't say nothing about the house of Nation of Islam, Fruit of Islam. You couldn't say nothing about them. And what have they allowed our people to do? Suffer in the slums of this empire. That's the one thing that they are confederate against thee. We represent order of the Most High. You think about every brother or sister that's in this school, you put them in charge of something, it's going to be done righteous, man. It's going to be done the right way out. It's going to be done the right way. Read.
Verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites of Moab.
No, hold on. Now we're gonna get all into that, but what does this represent when you get to read that? What does that represent if you read it? Tabernacles of Edom, Moab, Hagarenes, Gebal, Ammon, Amalek, the Philistine. What does all that represent? Come on.
It represents that's your enemies.
All the other enemies against who? Us serving the Lord, man. All the other nations are against us. You wonder why your life is so hard and your teacher always made fun of you when you try to read and you know that word? And you're like, well, how I said, Deshaun, you should have studied. You know what I'm saying? Raekwon, you should have studied. Talasia, I don't know why your mother named you that. Those are the things that's the things we get. Lakeisha, is that with a L or an A? You know what I'm saying? Huh? That thing. They live to embarrass us. They live to poke holes in our lives. Right. They are what? Confederate against thee. Right. So when you turn on the news and you see in how the propaganda machine is against Hamas and the Palestinians, or either vice versa, all of it has nothing to do with us. Game should recognize game. You understand? Meaning we should know the games that have been played on us and seeing that what they doing to everybody else, man. Wow. You can't tell me that. All right. So with that's it on that young Zar. I'm trying to get into my topic.
On one concert.
Got in young Tabuan. We good? You good?
Sir. We 12, sir.
All right. So I want to get into my topic. You know, this is Brotherhood class, also scripture breakdown. We go into it. Captain I thought, you know, he'd be dropping it heavy, man. So Lord willing, I can follow up with what he taught me. Brotherhood. Brotherhood sets a trend, right? Brotherhood is like it's contagious, and it has, and you know why it's contagious? Just as much as we see brothers join gangs and start doing all type of evil. Guess what? You can join this truth and start doing what? All types of good things. You understand? It go the same way. You have a sister that could go from stripping to being around sisters who teaches her like, hey, it's like it says, you know, the Lord called you to be a better sister than showing off your body. The Lord called you to be a better sister than, you know what I'm saying, than trying to abort your son or abort your children. The Lord called you to be a better brother than to serve dope. You understand? I'll push that. I'll be a witch in the neighborhood. That brotherhood and sisterhood is contagious as well. How do we make it happen? How do we make brotherhood happen? That's my question, Akim. How do we make brotherhood happen?
So, like you said, first you gotta fix yourself.
Con.
You set an example of what true brotherhood and sisterhood to the world.
You be what?
You set an example of what true brotherhood and sisterhood is to the world.
What example? What example? I'm gonna ask another Akim. What example would we have to set to the world? What is that example?
Sir.
Come on with it. Who said it first?
Salagi said, Officer Yarmat,
Come on, Yerma.
following the law, statutes, and commandments.
Right. That's the example. Like us being able to follow the law, statutes, and commandment is the example. Right. That's why I say you should look upon it and say, oh man, what great nation is thee? You understand? Right. What does that look like? Meaning there are some things that we follow law, statutes, and commandments that will automatically make us more cohesive. I mean, you wouldn't have no choice but to come together. Like if I didn't know a brother and we just spoke with basic decency, you understand? Being polite to one another. Excuse me, you have any grape poupon? You know brother? You know what I'm saying, brother? Brother, like, yeah, man, I got some mustard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? What the other? Could you please pass the all fruit? Please pass the jelly. Like it's that type of thing. Like we have to be. We make things so complicated when we try to do things the way the oppressor does it. That crap don't work for us. That doesn't work for us. You try to find ways to be so articulate that you can't even communicate with one another. You hot? Yeah, I'm hot, brother. Let down the window. I'm gonna let down the window. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm beginning to perspire. What? Nigga, you hot. Let down the window up. Following the law, statutes, and commandments is how we make brotherhood happen. All right. And the Most High and Yahweh gave us the perfect format. So we're going to go into Romans 12 and 16, Bible show. And you got brothers that come in here, like we said, the I.S.U.P.K stands on the law, statutes, and commandments and brotherhood, right? So you got a brother that come in here, and if we don't know how to treat each other in here, then why would a brother or sister want to come in here? Right. You understand? This should be a place where we have to be the example of brotherhood and sisterhood. You walking there, you first thing you hear brother say, hey, man, I don't know about that brother over there. You like, man, wait a minute. I thought this was the truth. Right. You walk in here, you hear sisters talking about each other, complaining, and it'd be like the church bunch, y'all. Who that sister over there made them beans over there, her house ain't as clean as it should be, huh? You know, she bring a pot in, like you know I do at the church, and you don't want a sister to eat somebody food. You know what they do? They get the bowl and they sit it over here in the corner. Oh, my bad, sis. I didn't know you had brought the peas. A sister on the streets to see that, you don't think she gonna pick up on that? You don't think she gonna notice what just happened when that sister brought a dish in? Of course. A brother come in, and the brother leave out the door. You man, that brother, man, you know, I don't know, man, about that brother. What you think a brother gonna say? How can you be the example? How can that build on brotherhood? Brotherhood is about having common decency on how we treat one another, what we say about one another, how we act and how we engage with one another. I've never seen Commander General Hunter say anything ill or say. I've never seen it. Commander General Hunter, he set the bar so high, man. I'm telling you, like we go somewhere. Jeremiah, you probably could attest to this. Go somewhere and eat with a brother or a captain or something, and you get ready to pay for it, and the captain like, no, hey brother, no, you just leave the tip. I got you. That's amazing to me, because in the world, guess what Negroes trying to do? It's on. You go on Instagram right now, and somebody saying, "Hey man, I had the nah, brother, I only had the pizza, man. You know what I'm saying? I only had the pizza. I ain't have that. How you say that? How you say that right there? Nah, I didn't have a casserole. I didn't have the casserole. I had the pizza. Huh? We point out things about what we didn't have instead of just enjoying the meal together as brothers. We can't have that. We got to come in here. We got to come in this school at high holy days and feast days, and people be absolutely amazed at how unified we are in this truth, man. They leave out. They be like, man, I don't know where the hell where did we just come from? You just came from heaven, huh? You just stepped outside of heaven when you leave these doors, man. That's what it should feel like. And it has to mean something to every brother and sister that comes to here and make the sacrifice to change their lives. Who got the scripture for me, Bob Shaw?
God, it's the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 16.
Come on.
Be of the same mind, one toward another. Mind not high things, but condescend to men of low estate.
What does this mean? Somebody break it down for me. Let's go, Aki. Where we at?
So, like I said,
come on, Yonazar, let's go.
It's talking about don't be worried about the things of people above you and more powerful than you.
Now, hold on. Now, you know how I like to do it. Now, we're gonna take it line by line because there's somebody there who needs to understand. I'm gonna let you have it afterwards, but let's go line by line. If you can we do that, Bob Shaw? You don't mind?
Kind of one con, sir.
So let's go line by line. Come on.
Okay, it says be of the same mind. You know what I mean? Like in our way of thinking, you understand? Like we have to focus on the same things. That's why we have class. You understand? That's why we have men above us. You understand? To lead us to think in the same way.
But not only does it say be of the same mind, it said be of the same mind one toward another. What does that mean? What you got any troopers over there? We got any troopers in the class? No troopers?
Sir, we don't have any troopers here either.
We got some work to do, Akim. Come on, what you think it mean, young man, Reggie? And I'm coming back to you, Yonazar, okay? I just want to see something right quick. Come on, be of one mind, one toward another. Come on, what you got?
Con, it means that you have the same outlook to one another and don't try to look down on one another.
Just stay right there. Okay. One mind to one another. What does that mean when you read that?
How your mindset? Okay,
mindset meaning what? Now so now we have the same mindset. Mindset based on what? What are we doing now?
On On the statute, laws, commandments,
That's true, but what after that?
follow in the footsteps of the Lord, the way that He wanted us to do. Okay.
Me and you, we one of the same mind. We in this school. We doing this work of the Lord. Now, what must our mindset be towards one another?
See eye to eye.
Based on brotherhood.
Brotherhood. Okay.
The love that we have for one another. You know what I'm saying? The sacrifices that we're willing to make for one another. I got to know that you represent the same thing I represent. You understand? I'm following the same thing you willing to follow. Like we locked in. We doing this work together. You understand? That's one mind. Like we're not all over the place. We're focused. We locked in. We zone. You understand? We come in this building. We come to class. We come prepared. We come with our notebooks. We come with our Bibles. We come with our phones. We come to listen. We come to break down these scriptures. We come to learn. This is a school. Meaning you come here to take notes so that way when you leave, you can repeat it. And when you have the exam, guess what? You can pass the damn exam. But if we're not on the same mind, your mind over here on this, my mind over on that, when the exam comes, what's going to happen? My score can't be higher than your score. We both got to get 100s on the goddamn test. We both have to pass because we both have the same what? Mission. And if we're going to have the same mission, we have to have the same what?
Man,
Most High Christ.
So like I said,
come on with it, Yerma.
it's like, because you also like say, like, because you know, in the world, brothers may think, you know, they have a false sense of brotherhood with each other, right? With their friend groups, with their family, you know, but in the truth, you know, we got brothers all across this nation that we've never even seen, that when we see them for the first time, brotherhood kicks in automatically.
Thanks.
Like even brothers in the world, you know, I remember coming from the world, brother, step on your shoe, it's wartime in the club. But because of what Commander YAHANNA taught us, that mindset that we have to follow this law, it applies to every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian that we come in contact with. So like,
come, Most High Christ, give them a hand, man. You damn right. And if they see you can have the mindset, did not get upset when somebody step on your shoe, guess what? They can have it too. Right. You know what they can say? Well, damn, that brother I just messed up his A1s. I know that nigga mad. I know he mad. You ever done something like that? You ever done some kind of cool and you do it in front of a brother and he be like, man, that was pretty cool, man. What normally happens next once you do some kind of cool in front of your brother or your sister? What happens next? In the world. Let's just say in the world. If you do some kind of cool in front of brother or sister, like what normally happens next with niggas, Black, Hispanic, Native Indians? Come on.
So like you said, they try to one up you.
Sometimes. Or what else?
Salak.
Come on with it.
Salak, they copy your style.
They emulate it, man. They were like, damn, that was pretty cool, man. Either I'm talking about somebody who wants to learn. I ain't talking about somebody who wants to got some other crap on their mind. But sometimes, even if they have something on their mind, your response can cause them to react totally different. Your response, it's almost like, I don't know, man. I don't know if y'all had this issue, but sometimes I had a brother tell, man, you be looking like you ready to be jump on the breast. Nah, man, I'll just be chilling. But I'll be somewhere I'll throw a brother, what's up, man? Show a brother, you smile at a brother every night. What's up? What's going on with you? I'm like, man, he all right, man. Brother ain't that bad, man. He cool, man. That's what we need. That's the interaction that we have to have. Like Kenyatta Ward said, that's what happened. We began to emulate that. We follow that. You're like, damn, man, that's pretty cool. He had an opportunity to knock my damn head off, but the brother chose not, man. Where you from, man? Who your people? You are, man, I'm an Israelite, man. What you? I heard about that. That's an opportunity for us to fish a brother or sister to come into the truth. You have to see those things as an opportunity. You don't bump into a brother or sister for just go. You know what I mean? It ain't no reason. It means something. What it does is you're out the water. Most High Christ, you said that. We talk about your reputation in this UPK. and how you respond and how you open your mouth and how you treat one another, that's gonna increase your reputation about the person you are, whether you in here or out there in these streets, because your reputation in here is important just as your reputation out there. You can't go out there and see a brother just because he's not in here, treat him like crap. You can't take advantage of him because he ain't in the truth. You can't take advantage of her because she ain't in the truth. You gotta still treat them the same. You gotta be like, hey, it's all good, brother. You Tawab. They be like, Tawab, yeah, what that mean? You good, it's all right. Oh, yeah, man. Because if you don't do that, you're not gonna leave room for them to change, to see something different. They're gonna continue to go down that path. Come on, Yanazar.
Sir. Salakia. Be of the same mind one toward another. Mind not high things.
What you got?
Don't be concerned with things that you don't have no control over, things above you beyond your ability to change them, but to focus, but condescend to men of low estate, meaning focus on the brothers that's on the low level, on the street level, you know what I'm saying? The brothers that's, that don't have any power or don't have any authority in the earth.
You own it. You own it. Somebody bring me on home. What else you got? You own it, Yanazar. You in there. You own it. I'm looking for something. Who else want to add to it? What does it mean to be condescend?
To humble yourself in this context.
All right. So to humble yourself, meaning what?
Okay, if I may, sir. So, like, if you're on the street, you're a priest and officer, and there's a brother, you understand, that's maybe not doing so well. You understand what I'm saying? Don't act like you're above him or anything. You deal with him on a level of brotherhood, regardless of his condition.
Y'all remember the movie How High in Salakia? I'm just using it as a reference. And the brothers went in there, he had them Cheetos, he was eating the Cheetos, and the brother said, "This is a 19 such and such tapestry." Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, you talking about this carpet? I know the business. I know the brother is. You know what I'm saying? It's like, don't do that to your brother. Don't be so high-minded that you can't even communicate to a brother that may be less fortunate than you do. You understand? Don't be that type of brother. Because you never know how you can help a brother, or better yet, how that brother can help you. Some sisters will be like, man, he can't do that for me. He been painting all day. Well, he could own a painting business. Just you want this high dollar man, this high value man. He could own his own business. And maybe he had one of his co-workers that got sick and he had to go out and work. And what did Chris Church? Sister, you'll miss your blessing. You know what it said? Nah, brother, we can't have that type of mindset. Neither can the sisters. You walk out here just looking for the guy that, what they say, what he got to be nowadays, come on, 6'4", 6 figures, high value dollar man. How about he just be a man? Yeah, he pay all the bills. Come on, man. Lord have mercy. Come on, man. You don't want to be that. You want to consider the ones of low estate, meaning the brothers that may not have as much as you have, but he still has some value. That does not change who he is when it comes to how you're going to treat him. You're going to treat that brother with dignity. You understand? You're going to respect the brother or sister. You know what I'm saying? That's just what? Common decency. To not look at, that's how you raise a child. You raise, no, don't do that. Don't talk to him like that. Right. We grew up like that. Your uncle probably was, a drunk, and your mom was like, hey, don't leave your uncle alone. He drinking them beers. Maybe that was just me. You can't be like Ham was. So like, I don't mean like, you know what I'm saying? No, it was low estate, but at that moment, Ham, ooh, look at you, making fun. Huh? Don't be like that. Don't look at somebody conditioning the earth and think that you're better than them. Right. Don't do that. Read on.
Verse 17. Recompense to no man evil for evil.
Right.
Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 18.
Hold on, break that down.
Recompense is like repaying someone, like so it's like a brother, doing something evil towards you, like the Christian church like to say turn the other cheek, not really understanding what it means. It's like for brothers doing something, you understand, I'm gonna check on my brother, like Salaki, brother, you good, like everything is good, because it's like if we keep doing that, then we're gonna destroy ourselves as we're doing already in the world.
But what's a feminine way to say it to if you were saying to a woman, what would you tell her? What do women like to be? Don't be what? Begin with a P. Don't be what?
A punk.
Huh?
A punk.
No. Don't be petty.
Oh, petty.
Don't be petty. Stop being petty. Why would you do that to your brother, man? That's old feminine. Stop being petty. You're going back to like verse 16, so just because you're fortunate and you have certain things don't mean you can treat a brother or sister how you want to treat them. You understand? That's being decency. Don't be old petty Betty. What do you call it? Don't be some old loudmouth petty woman. Just petty with your brother for no reason. Man, you sleep my woman, I'm trying to sleep with yours. All the pettiness that goes on in the damn world. Be a brother. We can't afford to do that in the earth. Here, let everybody else play these petty Betty games, Salaki. We got to be 1,000 with each other, man. Your brother offend you, something going on, you go holler at him. Stop being petty. Stop talking. Your sister do something, stop being petty. Stop putting her beans on the edge of the damn on the counter in the high holy day. You know what I'm saying? When she come in Salaki. I'm not talking about the sisters in here. I know no sisters in here would do a thing like that, Bunky, y'all. I know they wouldn't do that. I think they will open up the dish and share it with one another. And if it doesn't taste up the part, hey, Salaki, sis, you ever thought about adding some rosemary to your dish? Maybe a couple dashes of salt would, give you the, That's what a sister would do. Right. Cause that's what your mama would do if you made something for your mother, because she had the common decency to know, like, hey, baby, look, when you cook this right here, you want to add such and such, like, ain't that what your mama would do? So why can't you grab your sister and pull her into you and show her if she can't cook a dish how you think it should taste?
It's like, if I could, sir.
Come on with it, my y'all.
What you bringing out is so heavy, sir. Like when it comes to like being petty, when I noticed that like amongst our people, like being petty, not just to bash the sister, but that is like a, more of like a feminine nature thing to do. And it just proves just how, like, for brothers to do it, just shows just how much we actually have been raised by our mothers and our aunties. You know what I mean? And the women in our family and fathers not being there, because when you are around real men, we don't know how to be petty. You know what I'm saying? We got a problem issue. We trying to take it straight to that brother. So to show you just how childish we are as a nation of people. You know what I mean? Just far from understanding. So like, that's all I have.
Give him a hand. Most are great. That pettiness is a form of weakness, man.
So like I said,
come on with it.
If I could just piggybacking off what Officer Mahayar just said and what you've been bringing out, which is so heavy, and the messed up part about it is that, the pettiness is like horribly like exacerbated by social media. Right. So social media, like now it's like, what I mean? There was a time when a woman, like, that pettiness, she come home and be petty with her husband. He going to the pool hall. So, he gonna go kick it with the fellas. So it's like, damn, there's really no benefit to being petty. I might as well just shut my mouth and try to be the best wife I can. But now she can go on the internet and be petty and say, my man ain't this. And, and hot girl summer, all of that, and feel like a star. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we in a real terrible time, what you've been saying since the beginning of the class. I like you, sir.
Most High in Christ. And she can be petty, but at the end of the day, what does she really want? She want that man at home with her. You think he gonna want to be at home with you and you being petty? You picking on it? Yeah. That's why you ain't got no hair now. Damn. Okay. All right. No, I'll show you, but I can tell you. Keep playing. Nah, that's not the spirit of brotherhood. We got to have common decency. Cut it out. Don't go tit for tat. All that. It's time out for that. You're not building anything with that. You're not. That's not what the Lord asks us to do. How you gonna come together if we're being petty? That's something the oppressor would do. Read on.
Come. Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
We have verse 18.
17.
Read verse 18 for me.
Come, verse 18. The book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably.
Hold on, Salaki. My bad. I skipped that one. How you let me read that? How you gonna let me skip that one? Read that again, 17.
Come, sir. It says, recompense to no man evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men.
What does that mean? Provide things honest in the sight of all men. What is that saying? What is that saying? Good deeds. That's simple. Good deeds to who? One to another. Right. Be honest on how you deal with your brother, man. Provide that. Hey, you can't. What else you gonna provide to him? You can at least be honest with your brother, huh? What else can you give a brother or sister than your honesty? If you don't like something, say it's like y'all. I don't like that, man. Come on, brother. I don't like. Like is something that I don't think a word a man should use. You should either know or you think. I mean, I feel like you feel like what? You don't feel good? That's what you're saying? You know what I'm saying? You should know, or I think this is going to happen, right? As men, right? And you provide honesty on how you deal with your brother. Because if you're not honest with your brother, you're going to allow him to go out and harm himself. You're not being honest with your brother, you're going to allow the relationship that y'all could have to falter. You're not being honest on how you deal with your sister, the relationship that you could have is going to falter. And when you talk about just because an oppressor is an oppressor, don't mean you can't, hey, no, I'm not going to do this. Be honest. Don't lie to them. When you're not honest and you lie to people, that means you giving them power over you for whatever reason. You're afraid. And you cannot be a man. You can't live with fear of what somebody's going to say. You can't, you know how they always say about like, you ask for something, man, you go, if it's something that you want, you figure out a way to get it, honestly. You got to lie and be conniving like the oppressor. We build in brotherhood, and brotherhood is built on us being honest with one to another, man. That's common decency. That's how the thing has to be, man. Let's foster a community of love and brotherhood, restraint, strength. Hey man, can you lift this 355? No, I can't lift it. All right, cause what you get up on this bar for then? You know what I'm saying? You get up on here and try to lift this 355 and it fall on your neck. I can't get it off for you. You're gonna be on your own. You gotta do that. You gotta turn the weights like this on that side. And get it on that side. Now, if you got Yeramaka, Mahayar in the gym with you and you want to take a gander at it, go knock yourself out, brother. But if you got me in the gym, don't look for me. I'm like, brother, can you lift this or not? Or nah. You know what I'm saying? You better be what? You better be what? No, you better be what? No, you better be what? You better be honest. So get up on that bench thing, you're going to lift something you know you can't lift it. You better say something. Right? Come on, read verse 18. Mm-hmm.
Check. Verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
What does that mean? What does that mean? Let me get this out of your head right now. When we at camp, we at camp. We battling, we are battling. We ain't talking about that. If somebody come up against the truth for the Lord, man, we battle against that. So this ain't what they're talking about.
Salakia, sir.
Just in case some Christian out there listening. Come on, Yonazar.
Could it mean like don't make enemies, don't provoke people unnecessarily or make enemies when you don't have to?
Man, be cool, man. Just be decent. Just be a decent brother. Be a decent sister. It don't take much. You just gotta want to do it. And I ain't talking about just because you're real, say you should do this. No, that's not what it's talking about. That's not that. It's like be intentional when you talk about your brotherhood and your sisterhood. Like, you're not doing things to deceive people. You understand? You're not trying to put a blanket over their eyes. Ain't that what they say? Don't be like the oppressor. I don't even know what else. That's the only way to put it. Be that brother. Like, mean to do well with your brother. You understand? Like, don't be the brother. I used to hear this at a slave. I used to have this dude say, "Man, let me get a ride with you in the morning." Like, yeah, you can ride with me. You know what I'm saying? He get at the slave like, "Man, I thought you said you're gonna stop by." Man, he thought I was gonna stop and pick him up for real. Why you say you gonna stop and pick him up if you weren't gonna stop and pick him up? Yeah. What's the word? Disingenuous. Don't do that. Don't be that thing that say, yeah, I can do this, and you really don't have no ounce anything about you that you really want to do it. Now, if there's something comes up and you be like, man, damn, I can't do that. Oh, my bad, brother, Salakia. But it's not like I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm saying, it's not like, once again, it's not like, hey, yeah, man, I'm gonna spot you, brother. Hey, man, yeah. And soon as he get the bench out, he pull the weight over here. You looking at it like, let me go get some water real quick. I thought you said you gonna spot me. You hit the brother that's struggling. You never seen brothers like that in the gym? Talking about you got one more in, you like this the whole time. You're like, man, get this thing off of me. You like, push. I am pushing. Some brothers know. I know Jeremiah. Jeremiah, you know what I'm talking about? Brother, like, you got one more in. Push it out. You gotta push it. Brother, get these weight off of me. I'm all out. Be genuine on how you deal with your brother and your sister. Like, really mean it. Now, some brothers and sisters may not understand, what being genuine is. Being genuine don't mean I give you everything you ask for just because you're asking for it either. That ain't that. It just the common decency on how we treat one another and brotherhood. And that's what we have to be. All right?
Sure.
Come on with it, Thaba One.
Come on. So, like, if I could, what you bringing out is just so on point and heavy, because it's such a major problem with our people. Me and Yarmak talk about it all the time, man. Like, lack of self-awareness. You know what I'm saying? Being disingenuous. And a lot of that comes from people lying to themselves. And that's something you were saying, throughout the class about telling the truth, man. And sometimes the hardest person to tell the truth to is yourself. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people, they create a version of the world in their head that suits them, that suits whatever they got going on, or whatever to make them feel good about themselves. Like, you see them same women, it'd be the same broad that'll be on Instagram, and she's a horribly nasty, mean, vicious person and a dragon, but then she got Proverbs 31 in her bio. Or she's
a woman.
Right, she's a virtuous woman, and she say, "Oh, well, my number one problem is that my heart is too big." My number one problem, really, I just love too hard, and people take advantage when really everyone hates you because you're just a mean B word. No one wants to be around you, but they're not honest with themselves. You know what I'm saying? So being honest with yourself and people around you is, again, like you said, Adawan, is like one of the first things to be a good person to your people. Like, tell the truth. Like, if you sell drugs because you are a selfish bastard who cares about your pockets, don't sit up here and be like, oh, I sell drugs because, you know, I'm trying to take care of the people around me and I love my community. No, you hate your community.
Right.
You hate everybody around you. You just love yourself.
Right.
And if you was honest with yourself, then maybe you wouldn't have sold drugs to my grandmother.
Facts.
You know? So, you know what I mean? That's what we got to do. It's like yourself.
Most high in Christ. Damn right. I rock with that. And these classes are important because while the rest of the earth is falling, all these other nations are being destroyed, and the Lord going to allow these things to happen. We had, in those days, we're going to find out how we're going to come together and eat. You understand? Because right now, if they close the Walmart tonight, somebody's going to starve out. If they close Food Lion tonight, somebody will starve. If they turn off all the gas stations and the pumps stop working today or tonight, somebody will be in a world of trouble. That slave that we like to go into and get paid from, if they close the doors on that thing where you didn't get that check no more, we would be in trouble. So these things are important for us to get back to the raw essence of how we should be treating one another. Because the rest of the earth, SHI, sugar honey IT on us. You don't want to be the brother that take a dump on your own brother. Because he don't brother that's just might save your life. Brothers that's been through the Hebrew Academy understand that. Every bone in your body is telling you to stop. Your mind is asking you, why am I doing this? Why? Damn, why is it so hot? Can I stop? I can't breathe. Why is Yermak over there? Why is he? What is that? You want me? No. Why is he looking at me like that? Is that ironic? Why? You know what I'm saying? But yet it's like this thing, like we know, like we have to come together and do this thing together. And just because you're in the face of opposition or you see something that's in your face that you never dealt with before, the best way to get through it is with your brother or your sister. You thinking that you're better, or you thinking they in a lower state than you, then you're never gonna allow it to come together. So what? His clothes doesn't look like yours. Let's figure out a way how to make our clothes look better together. That's why Kawal in the garment department is so goddamn popping right now, man. Because what he do, he make all the brothers in the school look good because of Kawal, man. You see this gear right here? He can go call him up right now. He made this right here. This shameless plug. Call Kawal. He made this one. I was on some. Kawal said, I was like, brother, you are. You know what I'm saying? I said, the water, Kawal, brother. I knew you had it in you. Come on with it. But that's the love we have to have for one another. Sitting back talking about a brother and saying what he don't have, what's that gonna do for him? Go to him. Right. So lock you. That's how you talking about winning the game. That's how you do it. Hey, brother, set the pick. You set the pick. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna pass it to you. Make the layup. But if you don't go to the brother and say, listen, this is the play we're gonna run, and you out there trying to set a pick on your own, being like LeBron James for you LeBron James fans out there. And looking like Chris Paul, if I may. Come on, man. We got to learn to play this game together, all right? Let's go to 2 Timothy 3. We're going to 2 Timothy 3, verse 1. In the Bible, you can find, in the Bible, you find the times we're living in right now. The Christian church be mystified by it. Yeah, that's the Old Testament. That's the New Testament. That's the Apocrypha. They don't know nothing about the Bible. They don't understand that the Bible is. They read the verse all the time. There's nothing new under the sun, and still don't understand that there's nothing new under the sun. They read it. They literally read it, Bunker, y'all. There's nothing new under the sun. Well, what I don't understand what this is. Because you're not in the I.S.U.P.K. That's why you don't understand. That's right. Mm-hmm. You think you're better than brothers that wear braids and beards and black boots, big Walmart brand boots. You know what I'm saying? Huh? You think you better than us because you want to wear your what you call them? Nice, huh? Your Stacey Adams and your Steve Maddens and your what's the other one? Your Kohans, yeah. Yeah. But said, I'm comfortable though, brother. You just let's go. First, 2 Timothy 3:1, Baba Bashar.
Come on, it's the book of 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Mm-hmm. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come.
So what? So we know right now. This is talking about this Timothy. This is 2 Timothy, right? We're living in this time now. Perilous times, right? What does the word perilous mean, Baba Bashar? I don't know what that word means. In the last days, perilous times. Somebody don't know what that means.
Slug it, sir.
Come on with it, Yermak.
Perilous is like it's like full of danger or risk.
Yes. This time that we living in is filled with danger or risk. We don't know. We don't. You walk outside today, and it's all type of accidents that is happening right now. There's a car accident that is happening right now. That somebody is on the plane feeling the turbulence, like, oh Lord, just please let the plane land. The uncertainty of just not knowing what may happen next. Right. These are the times we're living in this day. You seeing people just all type of atrocities that are happening in the earth. You never know. That's what this is saying. In this day and age, we don't know what's going to happen today or tomorrow. That's why it's important for us to always be obedient to our Father, man. Always be willing to treat a brother or sister right. So that way you have a reputation that is built on what you've done in the earth. In these perilous times, you want to be a brother or sister that somebody can call on because they trust you, right? Because at perilous time, you know what that creates? It creates a lot of distrust, a lot of uncertainty, right? But in here, we want to build a school that's built on trust, brotherhood, sisterhood, stability. Things that are unwavering no matter what goes on outside these doors. This has to be the haven for Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, Black, Hispanic, Native Indians, right? That's built on brotherhood. Right? Read on.
Verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves.
And this age, men shall be what?
Lovers of their own selves.
This day in 2023, men shall be what?
Lovers of their own selves.
What else they gonna do?
Covetous.
What else?
Boasters.
What else?
Proud.
What else?
Blasphemers.
What else?
Disobedient to parents.
And
unthankful. Unholy.
Is that not happening today? Do we not live with all these terms that are right here in this verse? Somebody break this thing down for me. Who got it? Men shall be lovers of them own selves. Oh my goodness. Come on with it. Who got it?
Lucky, sir.
Come on, Yanazar.
Okay, so I just want to use the Christian pastor. I think he's a great example.
Okay. That's a great start, brother.
Because he's the lover of himself, where he'll have the Bible right in his hand and deceive his own brothers and sisters to get some cash. You know, so I think he's an excellent example of this scripture right here. Is the Christian pastor. He does all of these things.
Covetous. What does that word covetous mean?
It means to desire material things, or well, not necessarily material things, but to desire to obtain.
Boisterous. What does it mean to be boisterous?
I'm the best preacher in the world.
What else? Proud. What does this mean?
So like I said,
Come on here, Mark.
feeling deep satisfaction of your own achievements.
Blasphemers. Disobedience to parents, unthankful, unholy. Man, you turn on social media, you're going to see an example of everything that's in this verse right here.
That's right.
Turn it on. Turn on your YouTube. Turn on your Facebook and your Twitter. We're seeing this today. Because people don't have the common decency anymore. Everybody's so proud. I'm this, I'm that. I want to be the next superstar. I'm trying to go viral. Do anything. You slap your mama. Y'all remember the show Jackass? What was that show really based on? Yeah, they're disrespecting their parents. Your dad is asleep. You go in there and light a firecracker on his toe or something. What the hell are you doing? Yeah. What did he say? Come on. Yeah, what's his name? Bam. Yeah. Come on, man. Steve-O. The whole show was about them disrespecting their parents. And they all high out of their goddamn mind. You're building ramps and lighting firecrackers and setting the dog on fire. These are all characteristics of the oppressor, man. And when we envy him and want the same things he has, guess what? We'll begin to act like him. We'll begin to be proud. We'll begin to be boisterous, blasphemers, disobedience to the parents, unthankful. Is that not what happening nowadays? Children so unthankful. Oh my goodness, I be seeing, I be seeing it in some of the things I be seeing. It was little kids. I don't know. Social media is crazy. Little kids be cursing. You better have my money. Talking to your mama. Little girl cursing at her mother like that. I fill a bathtub up with cold water and throw it in it. Don't do that. I'm just saying. It'd be a good idea for some of these. And then you want to buy Christmas for what? Bring them to the 55th Lord annual Passover. That's what you do to them. Right. Let them see priests. Read on.
Verse 3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good.
So somebody break that down for me. These are the things we're dealing with today in 2003, because our people, Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're losing that common decency that we should have towards one another, because we are choosing to live and listen to the Christian church and these pastors and the oppressor. These things are affecting how we treat one another. You understand? You come in here, you be around brothers who treat brothers like brothers. Guess what you'll begin to do? You'll treat brothers like brothers. You come around and you be around sisters that treat sisters like sisters. Then guess what you would do? You will treat sisters like what? Like sisters. But if you treat each other like enemies, nobody will ever change. Everybody stay right in their place and treat each other like crap, like the rest of the damn world. You have to force yourself to love each other, even when you don't want to. And yes, the offenses will come, but don't hold a grudge against your brother or sister. Hey, they done something wrong. Yeah, of course you're not going. What Jeremiah said, you're not going to have amnesia, but don't hold a grudge against your brother, your sister. Don't be grudgeful towards one another. I don't like him, man. I went to counsel or whatever, man, and I still think his breath stink. What? What? He'll get it right. Yeah, he'll get it. That's how you deal with that. You can't deal with the idea of getting better when you say because. You deal with the idea of getting better when you say what if. What if I could love you? What if I could not take your life? What if I could not sell you drugs? What if the Black community could get better? What if the Hispanic community could get better? What if the Native Indian reservations could get better? What if we could really learn to be brothers and sisters to each other? You understand? Instead of saying because you did this, I ain't. Just what if? What if we could get it right? Under Commander Junior Hunter, we are getting it right, huh? That's right. We're getting it right, man. I know it don't seem like much. I know it's just a bunch of loud niggas that be on the Salaki, not loud Negroes that be on the street screaming to the top of their lungs how the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, but it's good therapy for us. You got to feel good about something in your damn life, huh? Why not be calling out the devil for who he is? Why not do that? Why not show love to your brother? What you got to lose? What? Oh man, I showed him too much love. I done gave too much love. You hear brother say that? You hear somebody say that? That let me know you ain't gave a goddamn thing. You gave what you wanted to give. You full of crap. I done gave too much. You ain't gave nothing. You gave nothing. I done gave too much for this. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. Cause when you done gave too much, you be at a loss for words. It don't even make sense if you give it. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, it's almost like your child. Like, it's like you look at a child, man. I know I done fed you 4 or 5 times. You gonna be like, man, I done fed you too much. That lets me know you can get that kid a peanut butter sandwich. You ain't get that kid nothing. But if you don't really fed him all, I'm talking about like stuff, you be like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what I'm saying? You better lost for words. Maybe that's real life. You know what I'm saying? That's real life. Somebody break that down for me though. It said what? Without natural affection. What does it mean? What is natural affection when we talk about brotherhood and sisterhood? What does that mean?
So like you said,
come on with it.
Fake love. Like, it's not no like natural, like true brotherhood. Like, you click with a brother, so that's natural. Like, you know what I'm saying? You force yourself on somebody, pause. Like, ain't nothing crazy, but
I heard this saying, and maybe y'all can help me out with it. It's like when you talk about natural affection, it's wanting to genuinely learn somebody. You know what I'm saying? You want to genuinely learn somebody. Anybody know? You know what that means? To genuinely want to learn somebody. What does that mean?
I could, sir.
Come on, Mahayor.
This is remind me of like just growing up, because it's like, and this is why I love being in truth, because everything is so crystal clear now. So it's like, when you think back of dealing with brothers and being around brothers in the hood, it's like there's a moment that you can remember with dealing with each and every brother, where it's like there's a natural connection that neither one of us can fight, that we have. We want to embrace each other, you understand? Just be nice to each other, but because our conditions are just so strenuous, because he on that side and I'm on this side, we have to fight against, what's naturally in us to just love each other, because we're taught to be enemies. We're taught to hate and not care for each other, not have that natural feeling you got to like your brother. Somebody in the back of your mind telling you, nah, man, that's your enemy, man. This, that ain't your homie. When naturally, man, I feel like this is my brother, because it is your damn brother.
That is. Give him a hand. Most High in Christ. That is your brother. It was I was looking at a show with Whack 100. That's his name, and he was talking about how Top Dog took a group of Bloods and a group of Crips to a Scissor concert. And he said he scooped them up. He said maybe had like 100 kids, and he gave them all tickets. And they went to the Scissor concert, and he made sure the kids ate, gave them all popcorn, and gave them whatever that they wanted. He said, didn't nobody talk about what side of town they were from. They were just having a good time. Right. You know what I'm saying? They were having they would genuinely want to learn about each other, man. When you sit down with somebody, not with the idea to try to take advantage of somebody, and just have a conversation with any Black, Hispanic, Native Indian, everything that we say, it gonna make sense to one another.
So like you said,
Come on with it, Thaba One.
If I could, sir, what you bringing out is so heavy, and it just reminds me. If I could, it reminds me of a conversation. You know, what I'm saying, we was having one time. I think obviously Yarmak spoke on it, where it's like, you know what I'm saying, let's say Durham, right, or anywhere, Fayetteville, you know what I mean, New York, wherever you're from, right? There's different blocks, different brothers from different blocks got issues with these brothers on that block. I'm from, you know what I'm saying, I'm from 64th, they from 63rd. I'm from this project, they from that project. I'm from Tompkins, they from Marcy, and so on.
Yeah.
But for some reason, none of that stuff ever matters when they go out of town.
Right.
So you'll have two cats from Durham. One will be from Cornwallis and the other from McDougal Terrace or whatever other project, right? And let's say they both happen to be at a party in Charlotte.
Yeah.
Because they're not in Durham, they'll look at each other. Where you from? I'm from Durham. What part? McDougal Terrace. Or where I'm from Cornwallis. And they'll be like, you know what? Really, we supposed to be enemies, but
we're from Durham.
We out here, bro. Like, yo, right now we just Bull City.
Bull City.
Right. Just Bull City because we out here together. And so that shows you that this is really like, it's fake. It's not real. Like all of that nonsense that me versus you because of this block is really just some kind of horrible nightmare that's made up, but it's not authentic, and it does not actually represent, as you're saying, sir, the true spirit, and as Mahayar was saying as well, the true spirit of brothers, blacks, Hispanics, Native American Indians, man. Naturally, we want to be cool with each other and vibe with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like that's naturally what we want to do. So like,
God, give him a hand. Most High in Christ. Man, it's y'all brothers on it, man, and that's the vibe that we should have when we in here. I give Thaba One a hard time. Everybody know I give Thaba One a hard time about being from New York. But that's my brother, man. You know what I'm saying?
You be calling me New York City for no reason.
He from New York.
New York cities.
Yeah, show these country boy. We from New York City. Yeah, every time I think it's Thaba One, but it's love though, man. Because I got a brother in this brother. You understand? And it's genuine. You know, when you talk about having a relationship or a wife, you want a sister that genuinely wants to learn you. She really want to be a part of your life, not how much money you make, not what's your credit score.
That's right.
You understand? Or what kind of car you drive, or what can you help me out with in my life? You understand? It's like I genuinely want to learn you, and as priests and prophets of the Lord, we have to stay focused on that. Because a sister see a brother like you, brother, we walk different. We talk different. Our clothes smell different. You come to class, you like, what's that smell? If you in Fayetteville, a bunch of y'all burn this frankincense and myrrh like it is going out of style. I promise you. You're like, damn, man. You smell like fragrances all year long. Like, damn. Did you wash it? Yeah, I washed it. Damn, still. Everything about us is different. And if you meet somebody that want to be a part of this life that you live, they have to be genuine. In the world in 2023, it is hard to find a brother or a sister that is genuine about being a brother or a sister. So the only way they get a chance to do that, they have to see the example that we are when we in the world, or when we go out, or when we speak to a brother or sister. We have to be that example for them, because a lot of them don't get a chance to see it. So when they see us in our covers and they see how brothers saying, when we sitting at the table and say, who the highest ranking brother? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, this brother right here, like, let him order first. Who's doing that? Or you go out with your family and your rib and you be like, no, my husband order first. Well, what do the waiter normally do? They try to go over to the woman first, don't it? What she want? You know, lady, happy wife, happy life. Hey, look, my wife know I order first. Come on. Come on with it. Yeah. I don't know why you let him order his food. You shut up. And talk to the waiter like that. Wait, just don't do that. Be decent, man. Your wives should want to be decent on how they deal with you. Why argue with your husband? Why? Now, if that's something you guys don't agree upon, take your time. Figure it out. You have time, and you do it with love for one another. Is it always going to be perfect? But how we deal with each other matters. That's right. You understand? Because you never know what the Lord may do. You want your last conversation with your rib or your husband to be a negative one? or you want to be about something glorious? People, what they say at the slave all the time. Well, people leaving here, ain't that what they say? You don't know when the Lord may cut off your water. Be decent and kind to one another. Be genuine in what you do. It means something. That's brotherhood and that's sisterhood. All right, that's it on that. Where we at, Jonas? Kodon, what verse is that? Read verse 5.
The book of 2 Timothy.
Hold on. Read verse 4 again.
The book of 2 Timothy, chapter 3, verse 4. Traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure.
Lovers of what?
Lovers of pleasure.
Lovers of pleasure. Read on.
More than lovers of God.
That's what we cannot do. You can't chase those things that lust that you want more than you want to be in here and serve the Lord. You understand? That pleasure of you making that almighty dollar because you at that goddamn slave all the time trying to get all the overtime and the government just gonna tax the hell out of it anyway. You might well come on in here and sit down in class next to us to be broke like the rest of us niggas. you might well come on in and eat these dry hamburgers that we've been eating in this back of this school like the rest of us. Why you trying to get a double Whopper with extra cheese and just for what? Just you can high side on your brother. You can put on red bottom heels in front of your sister. Let me tell you something about real life. When you hurting, you don't give a damn about what's going on around you. I promise you that. Let your stomach go to hurting bad enough. You think you'll be caring about what you got on your back? You know what you'd be concerned with? How to stop my stomach from growling. Right. Some people don't know about it. Some people ain't never heard their stomach growl before. You ever heard your stomach growl before? No, you say, well, most high in Christ that you in the school with brothers had to feed you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're hungry, you'll get something to eat. But if you never come across that where you felt your stomach growling, you've been fortunate. But you ever been somewhere you felt your stomach growling and you be so hungry you get dizzy?
Kind out of one kind.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's when real life kick in. That's when you are most aware of your surroundings. That's it. That's why Commander General Hunter has set up different programs for the men in here to go through so you can know what that feels like and still not compromise your integrity. You understand? Just because you're hungry don't mean you got to go steal. You understand? Just because you're hungry don't mean you can't be a brother. Just because things aren't going your way don't mean you can't be a sister. Just because you're in your cycle don't mean you get a chance to treat somebody how you want to treat them. You learn to endure those things, right? And be common and have common decency to one another. That's brotherhood. That's why when you go through Hebrew Academy, you go through the things you go through. So you can experience that. So you can get all that bitch assness out of your soul, out of your spirit, out of your mind. That'll get it out of you real quick. That dry mouth, it's just something about having a dry mouth and a brother saying push, it just, I don't know, just, ooh. Got to go through it. And it's worth it. The brothers and sisters that sit next to you, they are worth it. And if they're going to be in the school, they have to learn to treat one another. They have to learn to be common and decent to one another. Why? Because we are the example to the entire goddamn earth. Because the propaganda that Yanazar was talking about earlier, that's enough of that in the streets. It's everywhere. You got the so-called leaders. I seen something the other day where you talking about Kyrie Irving was wearing a shish kebab on his head. What'd you call that thing? I forgot what they call him. He had a Palestinian, all of it. Now, first he went from Hebrews to Negroes. Now he got a damn Palestinian on his head. I don't know. Make it make sense. You know what has not changed? The I.S.U.P.K. We've been teaching this truth in the streets since 1969. And that's what we're going to continue to do. You understand? And that it's important that we all go out and teach our brothers how to be common, how to have common decency, how to treat one another. All right. And we can't love the pleasures of the world. Come on with it, Yerma.
No, so like I didn't want to cut you off. I had my laptop had dropped me out for a second. I wanted to say one thing on that scripture you had pulled, if I could. That's in that 2 Timothy. All of these, you know, the covetousness, the boasters, the lovers of pleasure more than the Most High, like all of these things is labels of men that are just simply enough just unlawful. Like these Christians are just like this is describing just a world without law. So that's just a cut to the Christian church, because there's one thing that the Lord set up that'll stop brothers from being truce breakers and false accusers and fierce and despisers of those that are good, and that's just following the law, statutes, and commandment. And so when the Christian church teaches that the law is done away with, this is what we get, you know. So like I just wanted to point that out. So like,
man, Most High in Christ, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments is brotherhood. All these things hinge on the law. And Jeremiah just hit a nail on the head. He must have read my mind. Well, he gave it an adequate description of all the brothers and sisters that are living without the law, statutes, and commandments in this day and age. And guess what we call this? The last days. These are perilous times. Right. Without the law, without brotherhood, without sisterhood, that's what we're experiencing. If you're in the truth, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at things without order, without the Most High. All the programs that are in the earth, man, it's crazy. It's damn near like you tell a brother, man, is you saying, hey man, you smoke? You be like, nah, I don't smoke. What, you a Muslim? They look at you like you crazy. Nah, I just don't want my lips to be black as tar, nigga. What the hell? No. These hookahs are out of control. There's hookah everywhere. I seen one on a school bus the other day. So like, I'm just playing. But you know what they do on a school bus? The vape pens. It's the same thing. It's out of control. And the only sanctuary that we have is Black, Hispanics, Native Indian is the I.S.U.P.K. So we have to protect this thing with our lives. All right.
Sir.
The Lord's 55th annual Passover going down this year in North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina. Get your tickets, $200. We got the lamb slaughter, black party. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait. Don't meet me there, beat me there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get all that. All of that. We're going to turn up, man. We're going to have a good time serving the Lord in brotherhood and sisterhood, man. And it's about us coming together in decency and in order. I know we like to, you know, make sure we dress to impress, but just show up. If you're out there looking, you never came to the Lord Passover, I will be happy just to see you. You taste that lamb and taste the unleavened bread and be with your brothers, something that you will never see in the earth. Right. You understand? It's phenomenal, man. It's such a good thing. And with that, I'm gonna turn the class over to Preach Prophet of the Lord, Bunker Y'all, Officer of 1,000. And so, like if you Akim, before Bunker Y'all read the announcements, Cap gave the order, like after we break for class, we turn the camera off. Each zone, y'all say the prayers in the school, okay?
Sir.
All right, Most High in Christ. Y'all just make sure y'all say the prayers after we break from the announcements, okay?
I.S.U.P.K. security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10, means 10th. In the Hebrew, it's pronounced ma'ashara. That's 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give the treasury department or teacher priest funds, the free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. The upcoming Holy Convocation. We have Hanukkah, December the 7th, which is a Thursday, according to 1 Maccabees, chapter 4, verses 52 through 61. It's the 25th day of the 9th month by the space of 8 days. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, imagine, which means to stand. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Ma'am Shabbat. Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Yahweh heads down. Sar, turn to face the sisters. Sisters, Imagine. Men of Israel, we're going to render one courteous salute to our sisters. Men of Israel, Ma'am Shabbat. Imagine, Barak, Yahweh Shema Latah Hashem Yahushua. Yahweh hands down. Class dismissed.